Hi guys, and welcome to your general reading here for September 2021. Pisces, this is for you. So this is a general reading for Pisces for September 2021, and remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. That was a weird introduction to you, but yes, that's just how it is. Right, Pisces, this is, as I said, a monthly reading, so we look into an energy that will unfold throughout September. The short-term energies, or we can call like that, the weekly readings, you can, for those, you can check out the tea of the week. Why can I not communicate properly right now? That's interesting. Embarrassing, but interesting. All right, Pisces, what do we have for you in September 2021? Let's start by pull a Moonology. Okay, let's start by pulling a Moonology here for you. Okay, show me Pisces here, September 2021. Balance spirituality with practicality, and nothing is yet set in stone. That's a lot of interesting bluish energy here. Wonderful colors these cards have. They today, or just this for September, they've had a habit of showing up synchronized in their colors, and you get this greenish ocean like color. What do we have here for Pisces? Balance spirituality with practicality, full moon in Pisces. Pisces, feeling the world, taking in a lot of inputs here, taking in a lot of inputs from your surroundings, but remember to balance whatever it is that you take in with also practicality. Some of you may identify with the label, I call it, of being an empath. That is something you should probably look out for here this month, meaning that be mindful of how you take responsibility for managing all the inputs you take. Sometimes we can take in a lot of inputs, and that can affect our emotions, and then we can fall into that I am feeling the world based upon what everybody else is feeling. But what is actually going on is that all those inputs is being sensitive to the environment around you, and you're not actually feeling the emotions of other people. You're just very responsive. You're taking in a lot, and then it's easy to believe that we are feeling the emotions of everybody else, but not always. It's a matter of being able to separate what is yours from what is everyone else's. Let's see what we have here. Ten of Swords, again crossed by Queen of Swords. Powerful new beginning here in the past. Something very solid, but then we have this Two of Cups that you're focused on. Woo! Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. That's great career cards, but your focus is on some sort of a partnership here. Okay, Pisces. And we have the Tower underneath here. It feels like a little bit like a roller coaster, gotta be honest with you here. With the Ten of Swords, well, the good thing about the Ten of Swords is that it's the end of it. It's the end of the road of being in your head and having headaches and having a bad back even. It's the end of the road here. What is crossing is probably a person. It could be within your family, someone who's very harsh with their words. But let's say, give an example here. If you identify with that of being an empath, right? And then you have someone who don't believe in it whatsoever. You know, they are too rational. They do not believe in any sort of spiritual notion or of people being sensitive, that they can take in a lot, and then you can create these kind of not so pleasant support systems. I want to say not so pleasant environments where people just don't understand. Where you may feel as though you're not being understood, and that will just kind of worsen the situation. That may actually be something that you may experience this month, that not being understood, not being met at your level, basically. What's important is, in these cases, I would say, it's just we may not understand why someone do what they do, or think that what they think, or feel what they feel. What matters is that we meet them at their level. And you might find it a little bit of a challenge here, being met on your level at some point here this month. Or just level means just seeing eye to eye. Someone just, listening to you, basically, right? That might actually be something that's going to be affecting you this month. But let's look into these aces, because those are very powerful aces. Something very solid, something of a new beginning here, right? And right now it's almost as though you have this, you might actually have a new opportunity here this month that's going to feel somewhat destined, and may actually come with another person, in the shape of another person. You may actually run into someone who will finally get you. If it's not the memory there. But let's see, let's quickly look into this Ace of Pentacles in the past. King of Swords, the Star, and Seven of Wands. You've had to fight your way for something. You had to stand your ground. I also get that, you know what? There's a person in your life. The two of you actually communicate rather well together. I'm not seeing it being like in a romance situation, gotta be honest with you. Of course it could be, but in that case you're probably exes. But this is someone in your life that you communicate rather well with. Shows up as a woman, right? But of course it can be a man, but it's someone who's very airy and also very earthy at the same time. I mean, there's a sweet energy here. Someone's very, very smart. And very, very kind and very, very caring. For some of you, it's your bloody mum. But this is also a person that has a tendency to get into their head. For some of you, it's about children, actually. Also, especially if you get too many people, there are too many. I'm trying to identify who this person is. Is it a friend? Is it a mom? Is it an ex? Because I also get someone here being married, and this is about children. Anyway, for you, this headache that we have here is about it's the way you communicate with a particular person, the way that you understand each other. In all cases, I'm seeing here this month that you are definitely going to be dealing with someone where you will feel you either known them for quite some time, you grew up together or something like that, or you will feel as though you've known them for your entire life because you see eye to eye. There is someone here in your life that you're probably wondering you're wondering how to make something grow, like marriage, or even how something here can grow. But are you met at the same level? Can you see eye to eye? Are you it's not like you're merging, because that was what I got here of being mindful of. No, it's far more mature than that. So it's good. So it's not the merging energy, it's the seeing eye to eye. But actually the two of you could sometimes, it would be difficult for you to merge because you are so different. So it's actually healthy in that way. Alright, bear with me in this one, because this is very, very interesting. All I get is that you're trying to figure out how to make room for this. Oh. No. We cannot have that. So you're trying to make room for this connection. Ace of Wands clarified by the Death, the Empress, and Hanged Man. This is you. This is you. It's almost as though you're feeling touched by the divine, or you're feeling as though there's just some very inspiring energy here. You have a person in your life, they challenge you. That's all I can say. They challenge you like none other. They challenge you to be a better you. It's annoying, but it's happening out of love. I'm also getting this there's some changes to your family here, your dynamics, and that is also going to affect you here. This situation. There's a lot of things going on. Sorry, Pisces. It's almost as though some sort of a new adventure is gonna come your way here throughout September. It's that of talking with someone about taking it to the next step, having children, having this, having whatever, because you're being influenced about what's going on in your surroundings, how the world around you is progressing, and you also want to progress with it. And you have a particular person in your life, they challenge you. They probably call you out on your shit, and vice versa, right? So you can grow together. But the process here is, when we grow, when we are met with this, we can be a little bit it's not always comfortable, but you have this drive within you of going somewhere new, and whoever this person is, you know that they are coming with you. You could actually be debating about where you should be living. Right? It's like, being in a commitment here and then questioning where should we live? How should we live together? Which apartment, which place? Or how should we decorate? Or how should we have children together? Or I don't know what the hell is going on there, but it's very interesting. Your hopes here are actually about there being long-term commitment, but at the same time, you have this within you that you or someone you're dealing with, although there's happiness, only breadcrumbs are being given, and I get that you're a little bit afraid here that it's not going to be equal, right? And gotta say it honestly here, some of the worry may also go about there being a financial difference between the two of you. Someone earning more than the other person. And the person who is earning less is probably worried about whether or not they can live up to the standards here. Be mindful of that. If this is you, right? This is about taking in the inputs of your surroundings again, including the expectations of everybody else, of, wondering, are they good, and if whether this is you or them, this wondering whether or not they can live up to the expectations of others. But the happiness is here. So that's the decision here. I get someone here in this equation, they have a mum who may be focused. I can't figure out whether or not they are focused on the superficial or they are actually supporting this. It really depends on your specific situation, you tell me. Oh, someone here being mindful of the mother-in-law, what the mother-in-law thinks. Why? Alright, let's see what we have coming up. Page of Wands coming up for you. It's like an invitation of going out and doing something fun. The moon. Alright. So at some point here this month, I see an invitation taking place about trying to go out and probably spark some sort of a romance here. It's going to become very clear to you, this feeling the world also speaks about. It's going to become clear to you at some point here, Pisces, that you have that Piscean energy, that spiritual energy, but it's also becoming very clear, at some point here, becoming clear to you that you can translate that into something solid. Maybe maybe you have that talent where you can just look at someone and you know what's going on within them, and you know what they need, and then you translate it into creating the perfect date for that person if they're going through something. Because right now it is so blurry, I can't figure out whether or not this is you that's worried, or you're the one who's observing this person here, and you see that they are worried about something, and then you arrange the perfect date to just settle things down. But then I also have this argument taking place where someone's saying, this is not what I'm feeling, but you projected what you thought I would be feeling onto me. So that's interesting. Anyway, let's see here. And that has to do with this challenge here about, being able to set the boundaries, saying know when it is yours, know when it is not yours, or when you just think that what's going on within them and you don't. But what's actually going on is for how you expect, how you place yourself into their shoes and how you would feel in the situation. And then because that's how you would be experiencing the world, then that's the same way as they would experiencing, when it's not actually true. That's why it's important to be beautiful also to be observant of other people, but also remember to ask them if what in fact that you feel is going on within them as their true emotion is actually what they are experiencing as well. There's a fine balance there. Three of Wands. There we have the Devil, 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. So if any of you are dealing with a Capricorn, that Capricorn is a devil to dance with. But in all cases, whoever you have this desire to hold on to someone, but you are dancing a tango with someone here in September who's not easy to dance with, let me say it like that. You may actually be engaging with someone who they have a story, let's say like that. I don't know if it is from you or it is from somewhere else, where they have a story of being hurt, and therefore it's difficult for them to open up. Of course, it could be your energies, but there's going to be a point here in September where someone's going to come to the realization that it's not going to work by being closed up, of being shut down. You got to work together here. Your strength is your capacity to also open up. But at the same time also not being too available to someone else. Your capacity is actually here of knowing when to retract your energies. You have this beautiful, you can give all of that, but also your strength will be to actually shut down on your energies a little bit, and probably also focus on something in your material world that you have going on here, and then walking away from the situations when they are not beneficial for you. And then that's when we then have this, I get it as being a date. I do see fun taking place, two people then trying to come back together, because it's about not being too much on the other person. Because I get, if you're dealing with someone here who can be smothered, they're not gonna enjoy that. Of course it could be you. Then we have 7 of Cups up there. You're going to have options at the end of the month, so yeah, you will be faced with having to choose between multiple options, right? Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So, options for you. And for some of you, I am not joking, this is a conversation about children. It's about either talking about your childhood or talking about some sort of a topic that relates to children. It relates to for some, it's it's about the childhood dream. What did you want to do when you what did you want to be when you grew up? Because when we talk about those things, then we are being intimate and vulnerable with each other. Or it's actually about settling down, having children or more children, and getting that picket fence villa dream, right? But it's about it taking place from a place where both of you are in it. And this is a very, very interesting energy for you in September, because I get that you're dealing with someone here who they're not easy to dance with. They have a story. They can shut down a little bit, but then they can open up again. But I get that they may actually be very independent here. Right. So that's it. But in all cases, you're experiencing this. You're experiencing this drive of wanting to go somewhere. You know what it is that you want to go, and that's what you're pursuing. And you're basically just navigating the waters here and trying to get your environment to work with you. So you're in control of yourself. It's not about trying to control your environment, hopefully not, but about letting the environment evolve with you, so you work together, basically. Any balance, spirituality with practicality? Let's see that, and then we're done. Full moon in Pisces. Have you ever been so head in the clouds that you lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question to the solution. The issue may come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Meditate every day, see what comes to you, the answers will come. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition, it will not let you down. At worst, it can herald the end of a dream. The person you are inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. It's time to dive into your emotions. Practicality comes at odds here. Psychic abilities are heightened, but soulmates now connect. But it's also time to send it out to the universe. Release your fears here. It's giving whatever it is that you're wanting to come towards. You're giving it space to breathe, basically. And especially if it is another person, giving that person space to breathe. Alright, so that is what I have for you. I will see you next time. Take care.